Yes! That was so stupid. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit YourPlaymat.com and use code ItResolves10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. I hope you guys are doing well today. Please make sure, if you are not already, that you subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it. It really does make a big difference for us. But let's chat about this deck. It's Mono White Aggro. So Mono White obviously has been kind of at the top of the game for a little while now in Standard. It's doing really, really well. There's a couple of different configurations. Previously, we saw a lot of things that care about getting the second spell every turn. Things like Clarion Spirit were in there. Some of the early games like 1-drops, Code Spell Cleric, things like that. This version is not that kind of version. This is much more focused on going wide, as well as exiling things from the graveyard, which I think is very interesting, or really just exiling things in general. So I'll quickly talk through the deck. It's a very straightforward one for the most part. So for a little bit of interaction, we do have 2 portable holes. We don't want to go too heavy on non-creature spells. We do have 4 Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. This is a classic card, very, very good in Mono White that slows down anything other than creature spells. So between Portable Hole as well as the Kabira Takedown, those are really the only 2 cards that are not creatures in the list, which is really important to note. Stonebinder's Familiar, excuse me. This is a 1/1 that benefits every time a card is put into exile during our turn. Now, this can only happen once per turn, but you put a 1/1 counter on it every time something is exiled, which is really, really helpful, again, because of a lot of our deck. Portable Hole does that. We've got tons of others, but we'll talk about those as we go. Usher of the Fallen, a card that we've seen for a while. This is just going to spread the board out a little bit for us, which is great. Excuse me, one of the new cards here, Fleeting Spirit, a 3/1 for 2 mana that for 1 white, you can exile 3 cards from your graveyard and give it first strike. Now, obviously, that's a double, kind of a hat on a hat, so to speak, in the sense that 1, it allows us to be more aggressive with it, but 2, it's going to exile cards to help us be more aggressive with other cards like the Familiar as well. You can also discard a card, exile it, and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So on its own, even if it's in the graveyard, you can still utilize that exile ability by discarding a card. So if we have a stranded land or something like that, we can get around it. Intrepid Adversary here, obviously just to bolster the board and give us a little bit of life gain. Just an all-around good card. Luminarch Aspirant, again, one of the staples of these Mono White lists, just able to throw some counters around for us and hopefully keep us moving forward. Sungold Sentinel, another Midnight Hunt card, a 3/2 for 2. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. So again, exiling, very, very important. But it also has Coven, so for 2 you can choose a color and it gains hexproof from that color and can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. Activate, of course, only if you have 3 or more creatures with different powers, but the idea being that you want to get in for an attack with this as best you can just so you can exile a card. That helps you do that. So the idea is basically there for us. Again, we've got Thalia. And in the 3-drop slot, which is really the top of the game here, we do have Brutal Cathar as a 2-of. This is my include here. Exile target creature and opponent controls until this creature leaves the battlefield. I feel like that's very good in this list. It may not be, but we don't have any like apparitions or anything like that that are going to come down and exile stuff for us. So I wanted to make sure we had something that could still do that. Elite Spellbinder, obviously a fantastic card. Again, we've seen it, but exiling a card from the hand, really important as well. And then Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, just really, really good in a deck that's trying to go wide. So we might as well keep that in there. We do have the 4 Faceless Havens and 18 Snowlands, and that's it. That's the whole deck. So I haven't tested this at all, but it is Mono White. A lot of the deck is very similar to what it's been for a while, so I'm curious to see how this new version with just a few new cards is really going to help out. So let's see what we can do, guys. Let's have some fun. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1, and I mean, it's a pretty straightforward hand. We definitely keep it. We can actually save the takedown, I think, so let's go ahead and run this out. We only need one more white mana to really be at the top of the list here, so I want to save that if I can. We'll obviously see as we go along here. I think we go ahead and get Thalia down. That could potentially slow them down depending on what they're trying to do here. It also is just a first striking threat, so it can get in there for a stronger attack, which is helpful. So unfortunately, that's actually gonna get around it here, which is kind of annoying, but I think with this in mind, let's go ahead and do this. I guess we could have, no, that's fine. Yeah, we could have actually tried to kind of kill it there, but that's okay. We'll just pass here. We do have that Sungold Sentinel, which is great, because it will start attacking in and doing some major stuff, so we'll see. All right, sure. Well, there's our white mana. That's a little annoying, but that's okay. Let's throw you out. Let's throw you out. This is gonna hopefully exile a card from the hand. Ooh. Oh, they've got quite a lot of good things here. All of these are quite good. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's not super relevant. I think it's Catilda. It's just a really good card. This is gonna put a counter on the familiar. I'm going to attack in here with the Sentinel. We'll see if they want to block it. Looks like they do. I kind of want them to trade off as much as we can here, because it's gonna make that Catilda worse. It's also gonna make this worse, and the Flare of Faith. Now, obviously that does make some of our stuff worse as well, so we do have to keep that in mind, but I think that that's kind of okay. Cool. So we know they don't have a play now, which is helpful. And there is another land, which is fine by me. Let's get this down. I guess an option is just to attack with the Faceless Haven, to be fair. But it's an interesting little humans list, actually. I'm gonna do this. Let's build the board up as much as we can and then use that Faceless Haven when we've got less we can do. We attack with the Spellbinder. That's gonna give us a little 1/1. Obviously they can just block that, that's fine. All right. But we do get a little bit of damage in. This life gain is slightly frustrating, but we do have a big 5/4 and they can't quite kill it yet. I guess now they can, if they would like to. They also have that Flare of Faith, so we do have to keep that in mind. Oh, they're gonna take down the Spellbinder. Okay, that's kind of fine. All right, land is not ideal, but it is what it is. Let's activate Faceless Haven. Now, something to keep in mind here, guys, they can activate this after blocks, but that's actually kind of okay. If they use that to kill our Faceless Haven, I'd rather that than the Adeline, so I'm okay with this. Perfect. We're minimizing all their threats. That's the only thing that we're trying to do. Okay, whenever they gain life, they get to throw a counter around. That's a little scary. No attacks, though. How are we drawing this many lands? Interesting. Okay, I guess we hold on to the land because we do have options for later on. And we unfortunately don't have a great attack here, I guess, do we? Because they can give something indestructible. So I think we just pass. We do have options to discard cards, so I want to hold on to any excess lands. We're also not in a position where we're going to be drawing a lot of cards to play a lot of extra stuff, so I think that this is okay. They probably just do this to draw a card. Yeah. I think that they're going to end up winning this. The Catilda is a really nice addition to this, like a version of this list. Being able to throw humans out like this is just really solid. Okay. All right. Yep. Now they can, they're basically, dude, what in the world? We have so many lands. That's very annoying, but it is what it is. If only we had drawn something else, really just anything else. Like a portable hole would be amazing, but we just didn't, so Yeah. I'm gonna take the 7. The only reason we would want to play this land is for the Intrepid Adversary. Dude, this is ridiculous. We have drawn so many lands. Yeah. In a mono white list, you really don't want this many lands. We have 22, I believe, in the deck, which I guess is kind of a lot, but like 4 of those are Faceless Havens. Technically, I guess we do have 24 because of the takedowns, but I don't know. This seems a little ridiculous. I don't think we should be drawing this many lands on average. Yeah. So what can we do? Really, the only thing I guess is just to like force them to try and sacrifice one of these, or play the Flare of Faith just to save it. We're kind of forcing ourselves into this, I know, but that's fine. I just kind of wanted them to burn that, because otherwise I think we're pretty dead. I mean, we're dead anyway, to be honest, but we just kind of... Okay. Land Spellbinder is gonna do nothing, essentially. I'm gonna good game him here, and we'll just go ahead and concede. All right, not a great start. Let's see what we can do in game 2. All right, guys, let's see if we can do a little better this time. Yeah, this is pretty easy keep. We've got the 3 lands, we've got the familiars that we can start off with, and that Fleeting Spirit is also just quite a good card, so we'll see what we can do. I'm curious to see the different versions of Mono White that we're going to get out of Crimson Vow. I do think they don't force it, but they definitely want you to kind of go for the semi-aggro, like the exile plays, that kind of stuff. Let's attack in first, and I think we'll just play that Fleeting Spirit now. We do kind of want to get the Usher down as well, but I think that this sets us up quite well for next turn. Although I guess we could have maybe done something different there, but that's okay. Sure. We'll pass. That's cool. All right. This is an interesting one. So let's do this. Target a creature. Let's go ahead and get that out of there just to keep them off of it. I'm gonna play this other familiar. What this does is sets us up for an Elite Spellbinder play next turn, which is gonna bolster up both of the familiars. Which I think is worth it. And we are still pressuring them just to do something, so that's very important. Sure. That doesn't seem like a... other werewolves, I guess getting trample is pretty good. Alright, let's Spellbinder. Let's see what they got. Ooh, lots of good stuff. How much mana do they have? They have 3. I think we just have to get that out of hand then. Just really good, so we do kind of want to. I'll attack in with this if they want to trade. That's fine by me. Yeah, it looks like they don't. That's fine. 3 damage is 3 damage. And they gave up. I guess they didn't draw a land. That was a little aggressive of a give up, but that's okay. Let's move on to game 3. All right, guys, here we are. Wow. All right, hear me out. Guys, I want to try it. This is such a bad keep. You should never keep this. I know, this is for science. This is definitely not smart at all. If we draw 1 land, we're okay-ish. Hello, friend. How are you? We're gonna play terribly. I'm playing the familiar because following that up with the portable hole seems reasonable. All right, here we go. The good news is we've got tons of 1-drops, so. All right, perfect. Perfect. We're gonna portable hole that. Oh, yes. Okay, that's amazing. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Get this out of there. It's gonna power up the familiar. Let's play another Usher. And let's attack. All right, we did it. Oh no! Well, all right, cool. Yep. Let's do this. Exile that from the graveyard just to get it out of there. All right. We kept such a terrible hand. Why did we do that? That was such a mistake. All right, yeah. We're gonna lose 3 life, definitely. We just play this. We'll attack in. I actually don't want to exile anything from the graveyard there. All right, here's to hoping. This was such a dumb keep. Dumb keep. Yeah, hit me. Give me 3 damage right to the face. All right, cool. That's fine. All right, how all in do we want to be? Actually kind of think it's okay to go all in, only because these fleeting spirits are playable later on, so I'm gonna not do that. Let's attack in for 6. Let's submit 0. Yep. I mean, it is what it is. This is lethal. Okay. Okay. Guys, hear me out. Hear me out. We only have to deal 6 damage. Are you serious? Yes. That was so stupid. Oh, heck yes. All right, we're amazing. Let's do one final game. That was hilarious. All right, guys, here we are. This will be our last game most likely, and I'll try and keep this. It's not great, but we'll see what we can do. Also, it's better to be lucky. That's all I can say. It is much better to be lucky than good. And if you want to pick up some Be Lucky merch, we have it in our store at itresolvesmtg.com. In fact, the hat I am wearing right this second is a Be Lucky hat. I'll show you, hold on. Look at this. It's Be Lucky. If you want to pick up any of that, feel free. It is in our store. We've got hoodies, we've got stickers, we've got all kinds of stuff. So please do check that out. It'd be great. All right. Cool. That's fine. I think we Thalia. I think Thalia is the right play, and then we throw a counter here. Not gonna attack only because they can kill this with the Shambling Ghast, so not really interested in that. Let's see what they do though. This is gonna be an interesting one. This is a mono black, like do a bunch of extra stuff kind of thing, I assume. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna play another Thalia. I guess we can play this just to get up to 4 mana, because I feel like 4 mana in a hand like this is actually quite good. All right. Again, we're not pressuring them at all really at this moment, but we will hopefully next turn. So I think our goal is very clear, just to bolster up our board as much as we can. All right, you got it. Removal and skeletons. Okay. I mean, yeah, that was pretty good, but it's kind of it. All right. And they've got another Shambling Ghast. Good for you. All right. Now what we can do is drop Luminarch Aspirant and a Spirit, put both counters on the other Aspirant that can already attack in, and we're kind of golden. If they want to double block and try and kill it, that's fine, because we're still in really good shape. I want to save this portable hole for the skeleton, or the specimen, or whatever this is. Let's attack in. Let's see what happens. Double block, I dare you. All right, cool. They did not. Well, that's nice. Now we've got 2 aspirants, some threats on the field. There it is. All right, cool. Yeah, that's super good. We'll pass. Do you want to attack? It's fine by me. All right, let's do that. I guess we'll just portable hole one of these now. There's not really a reason not to, I guess. Let's play another Fleeting Spirit. Let's go here and go here. And that allows us, if we want, to just attack with both. Now they can trade the Fleeting Spirit with the Shambling Ghast if they want, or they can double block on the Aspirant, but either way, I think we're in okay shape. We get some stuff off the board. That Priest becomes a lot worse with less on the field. At the beginning of turn skip, if a creature died, you may pay 1. So this is only at the beginning of their end step, which is why also attacking in is really incentivized. Yeah, that's fine. So they get to kill a Fleeting Spirit. That's cool. Oh, they're gonna kill the Aspirant. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. That slows us down, I think, a little bit more. Although we already have a 5/3, so I mean, that's pretty good. And we can now give one of these first strike if we'd like. So we do have 3 cards in the bin here that we can exile. So I'm feeling okay about our odds at the moment. What can they have? They've got a Persistent Specimen. It's a really funny looking card. Okay. I think we'll save that to discard if we need to. And I guess I'll just put it here. We'll spread things out just a little bit and attack in with everything. Just see what happens. I mean, this is a lethal threat, so they do have to block something. They can block with Faceless Haven, that's fine. I don't particularly care. Cool. We're gonna activate this. Give it first strike just so it doesn't die. Cool. So we take out a Faceless Haven and another creature and deal 5 to them. And then we can go ahead and do this. That seems pretty good. That seems really good. This obviously, when it attacks, we can just create another 1/1 as well. So there we go. All right, we did it. Let's chat about this. This was interesting. All right, so Mono White with the Exile sub-theme. I don't think it felt as powerful as just the straight up Mono White list that we've seen already. Now, we didn't add too much to this list, so this is a relatively it's kind of just a different take on Mono White. I'm curious to see what other people come up with just a Mono White like second spelled list, or just in general kind of an aggro-y list. I do like it. I mean, it feels nice, like in terms of just being able to play stuff when you want to play stuff. It's all cheap, but it does run out of gas pretty quick, which is kind of unfortunate. But it's Mono White, like you expect that. Thalia definitely eats every removal spell that the opponent can throw at her, which I think is funny. That's always kind of the case because they have to, but it is really funny just how avid the opponent is about having to kill it. Kill her. But anyway, very fun. I mean, we did okay with it. Overall, it did fairly well, so I'm pretty happy with this. Let me know if you guys come up with a different Mono White list. I'd love to see it. Again, these are not meant to be taken as like this has to be the Mono White list you play. It's just a starting point to test it out. It's a new standard environment, guys. We're going to be learning a lot. We're going to be missing a lot, and we're going to be misplaying a lot, but we're going to be having a lot of fun while we do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you again very soon.